All right, all right, all right. I'm back. I told you it's the summertime, so it's your boy, the controversial counselor. I'm gonna be popping up here randomly, like at any times. Like if I'm not working the next day or I'm off, I might be on here breakfast time, whatever the case is. So I'm just coming back on, being visible. We already know that Monday nights is the big deal in the counselor's corner, but a night like this, I don't know how many people gonna view it. It may not be any people at all because y'all got fake ass business and stuff to do. But nevertheless, I'm here uh, live. I hope it's connected to YouTube. I think it is, and I'm just gonna roll with some talking points, and people can always watch it during the playback. One of the things that I wanted to bring up, and I heard about it a couple times on the radio about, I guess, that gas station manager who accidentally um, put in the decimal in the wrong point. So I think it was in California. He charged like 69 cent and it was supposed to be 6.99. So of course people was filling up their shit, just like, oh shit, loading up. So the gas station company ended up losing, or the gas station ended up losing like $16,000 total. So of course they fired him, but his family ended up raising like $24,000. Um, but the gas station didn't accept it, and then they said that, I guess they looked at it as like they never told him to do that. They never said anything about paying them back. So that GoFundMe was kind of not out of good faith. So, they said either they need to donate it to charity or give people their money back. So that was that. So I thought that was interesting. Like, okay, he made a mistake. Yeah, $16,000 worth, but he was able to recoup the money. So in that case, shit, get a man his job back. It's hard as hell during these times to let people um, for people to lose their jobs during this critical time of shit, a recession, inflation, everything. So he made a mistake. He was able to get the money back. Let the man have his job back. What's going on, Officer Charles? A wrench. I don't know how to do all that rich stuff, whatever. Anwar just told me that a couple weeks ago, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. I don't know where I get the rich from or whatever the case is. So um, please let me know in the chat or inbox me on Facebook or whatever the case is. And for the next time, I will drop the wrench in there, but I don't know anything about. I don't know how to do the wrench thing. Sorry, but you could get the wrench if I knew what was going on. So again, I'm just popping up in here and just talking, kind of like open dialogue, and people can feel free to join in. It's just about just open conversations. And I know people. It's the summertime. People laying low, doing what they're doing, relaxing, middle of the week, but just trying to establish some dialogue and talk about some concerns. But I did want to address a few myself, and I know we've been going back and forth. You said tap my name and then add moderator. Okay, let me try this. I don't know where I'm tapping your name at, but uh, I don't know. So you're gonna throw me off, man. I'm one of them ones that I got a good team with me at my job. Any technology stuff, they handle it for me. Okay. I don't know, Charles. I don't know. I don't know. I don't. I don't know. I was trying. I don't know if you're talking about tap your name in the thread that you're on here. I'm on. I'll figure it out for next time. Trust in trust in trust in that because I'm the type. Once I have to, if I have to learn something, I'll get it because that's the competitor in me. But right now, I just don't know how to do it, and I'm just coming in and trying to uh, get out. Somebody said, "Keep up the good work." Thank you, I appreciate that. And I can't see right now because it says Facebook user, so I would have to go on my phone. And when you're a one man panel, that's what happened. You don't have the luxury of being able to fool around and mess with different things. Um, I will put the link in here just in case somebody wants to come on and has something to say. Um, if they have a burning desire, I could try that. I might be able to pull that one off. Look like I'll be able to do that. But when you're just a one man person on here, and you're used to having a panel, because my panel, they could be very long winded, so I can play around with different things while they're talking. But some of the other concerns I had, man, the one thing about the summertime, it brings out all types of behaviors. You go to the store, you see shit before the end of the school year. You see different shit, and you just be disturbed. Like, what is going on? What's really good? And one of the things is this classy or cool type of thing with men or women. But of course, I'm gonna focus on women because that's who I'm into women. So, you know, when you think about that, I think at a certain age things may change. When you're younger, you want that popularity, that cool chick that everybody knows. It gives you status. But then as you get older, you're just looking for more a classy, low key um, type of lady, one that doesn't come with drama. But it seemed like no matter where the hell I go, it's always drama. Drama. You can go in there, you can run into 7-Eleven for something, for some damn gum or something. It's always drama. And stuff needs to stop. It's out of hand. So it was 4 points that I want to look at. Um, One of them was for so many years, women played the passive servant role to their man, but the men of today are not what they used to be. So I guess what I'm saying is men need to and elevate their game. They need to elevate their game. And before women would be passive, they would be passive, but now they feel like they got to be the aggressors because they look at men as being weak, weak as hell. So that's an issue. That's an issue, and it gets deeper. So by me, by me just coming on here and just talking, trying to have open dialogue, just kind of free flowing. We already know that what most people are gonna say because well, not most, but majority, a great deal of people may just say it's because the single households and women, men being raised by men, and but then the counter argument is going to be like, well, why aren't the men's in the household? And I know y'all see a lot of this in the counselor's corner and on day to day podcasts and just post on TikTok, IG, Snapchat, wherever. So that that's a concern too, and I guess you only can be who you can be, and I've said before a lot of times, I was raised by a single mother. I mean, my father was there for a portion of the time, and we grew up a great deal of years living next door to my grandparents, and my grandfather was around, but also I played sports and got involved with, different programs throughout growing up that I had a lot of different, a lot of male influence on that part. So some of that was kind of ingrained in me to try to be a manly man, whatever that means, because you can be a certain way, and then you could be a certain way on the outside, but that's not really who you are. But we have to look at that. But I think, I mean, y'all got to fall back a little bit, just a little bit, on this some of this manly and aggressive behavior. And yeah, feel free to come at my throat if that's what y'all like to do. Because it's just me here. I don't have a big bad wolf, and Willie A. Price speaks the truth. But like I said, summertime, extra time on my hand. Just wanted to do a little more, a few more broadcasts here and there randomly. So that's one talk. That's one point. Number two, some women have glorified the fellas in the hood, and emulating this behavior has become second nature. So you always see some of these ladies out here because Big Tone and Pookie and Big Gene and all of that used to be out there. They were cool with them. So now they kind of take on some of those behaviors. But okay, I get it. I get it when you were 17 to like 20 something, but then it comes to a point where you're a grown ass woman and just walking around, walking with a dip. Uh, and then in this day and age, bruh, this, bruh, that is so unattractive, especially when it's a grown ass person saying it. Okay, little girls, they said, they're gonna emulate the little kids, and that's their language. And but it's annoying as hell when you're saying it, and then you're saying it like to your mother. It's not your bruh. Do y'all even know what the hell that means? That's a woman. That's your mother or your grandmother. Bruh. I think that is so annoying. And again, you have grown ass women talking like this. Stop trying to repeat everything a man says, especially when it comes to jargon and slang and stuff like that. Um, Come with your own, yeah, your own stuff, whatever. You already have the girl stuff that y'all say. And it was funny. It was like one of the last couple weeks of school, and I'm talking to one of my seventh graders, and you know how we just had, how you have those regular conversations, and the people say bruh or boy bye, or so she had said that to me, and she was like, boy please. I was like, hold up, who are you talking to? Who is a boy? Who is a boy? And then she was like, well, no, I ain't mean it like that, Mr. Glover. I was just saying. I said, she was like, so what would you like me to call you? I said, shit, Mr., sir, king. Now everybody know I always talk junk about the kings and queen thing, but I was just messing with her, just to mess with her. And she's like, king, uh are you even deserving of being a king? Now that's going too far. But then every day after that she started calling me king. So sometimes you just got to correct behaviors in certain situations. So I always find that it's more annoying than anything when you have women and young girls going around perpetuating like they're men. And I think it starts at a young age and it doesn't stop. It continues to the point you're almost like, yo, this, man, I like her, we together and all that. But sometimes when she gets like that and starts talking in that mannerism, it's frustrating, very frustrating. Listen, I'm just out here in the counselor's corner telling you some of my concerns. So that was that. Another thing. Too many women claim they don't mess with too many women because they claim most of their friends are guys. So you can see why they're acting like one of the fellas. Yeah, that I don't be checking for that one. I don't be checking for that one. And you know, you have a lot of women. I got mostly men friends because women are too catty and this and that. I understand that. The problem is when you try to have too many friends. I always tell kids it's good to have two or three solid ones. When you start, even as grown-ups, when you start being hanging out with different people and in different circles and stuff like that, that's where the problems lies. But if you have a couple solids in your corner and that's who you roll with, then you won't feel the need to say that all I hang out is with guys, because I didn't had a couple other, had other podcasts with other people came on, and they say they would challenge that notion, and they say most of them guys that you think are cool, um, four out of five or whatever the percentage would be, whatever the number is, want to sleep with you, want to sleep with you, and they're like, oh no, no, not such and such. We've been friends. If you're worth something to look at, it's probably going to cross most of their minds. No, they may not come at you. They may wait for the opportunity for you to say something or drop a major hint. But I gotta kind of believe that that may be the case. That may be the case, especially depending on how long y'all been friends, and shit, they've watched you grown into, from a kid, then to a grown woman. Maybe maybe you grew up and you was a funny looking chick, and then all of a sudden, and it happens with boys too, and then all of a sudden, like, man, she looking good, or whatever the case is. Like, wow, I would have never thought she would turn out like that. If they saying that stuff, shit crossing their mind. It's crossing their mind. You made a move, I'm sure they'll they'll counter it with their next move. So it always kill me when you have folks saying this type of stuff, whatever. Oh no, I just hang with guys, whatever. Be careful, pay attention, and you'll see. I'm not trying to hate on you guys, whatever. I'm just dropping. This is from my perspective. This isn't it's not golden or it's not written in stone. This is just how I view certain things. So that is that. The fourth one, when women putting on a hardcore facade to protect their heart from being broken over and over. Yeah, and all that ties in together. Like some of y'all out here just want to be hardcore to no end. And I understand you have to protect your heart. And maybe I need to get the brochure from the Big Bad Wolf that's going to be coming out, the 100 questions. And once you start having a better screening process, you could put down some of your resistance and challenges you have toward someone. Because again, we often talk about on my broadcast that don't date until you're ready and work on yourself. And when you still being hard on the outside or want kind of shooting down everything a person does, how long do you think they're gonna put up with that on the real? I often say a lot of guys like to travel on the path of least resistance. So it may be someone that doesn't look as good as you, but he knows he has no worries. Everything he asks her, she may do. She may do. He may mention, "Damn, I ain't even get a chance to eat at work today. Was so busy." She may reply, "Oh, if you're not, if it's not out of your way, you could stop by here and grab something, or little simple things like that." So meanwhile, you're putting up a big fight, and he's like, "Man, I can't do this anymore. I'm not about to deal with that." Even though she's fine as hell to me, and I like being around her, but I got this one over here. She all right. She ain't a 8 or 9. She may be a 6 or a 7. Uh, but just her other skills make her more valuable, and it's less stress. So this is where I'm going to go over there and head. Then next thing you know, shit, he living over there, or they living together, or next thing you know, they didn't got married, and you wondering like how did he end up with her? Like what would make him choose her over me? It's those intangibles, those little intangibles. And I always like to use a lot of sports analogies. You can be a damn straight up all-star basketball, football, but you don't practice, or you don't put out the effort, and someone else, they're not as good as you, but should they do a lot more other better things than you do. They hustle, they put in the effort, they play better defense, um, their character is better. But you've been kind of been named or chosen as an all-star, or he can hoop, or he can ball, this dude can play football, but you don't do all the other things that other person do. So that's sort of the same in relationships, even with guys and women, that it could be somebody that maybe they're not at your level. uh and don't give me the shit when people think like, oh, we're all nobody's better than um others. Clearly, it's things that set up in the system that lets you know that certain people are better than you, especially if you don't put out that effort. So that's just something to think about as well. All right, all right, all right. Here's a couple more talking points, and I'm not going to be on here this long. I just wanted to come in for a little bit. Here's one: woman that try to outtalk a man isn't cool. Most men like women that have ideas, opinions, and don't just talk to talk. Uh, you said, Vicky, you said you old, laughing my ass off. You act like your ass like 25, 30, whatever. Like, please stop. Please stop. Like you like 30 or something. Just had your 30th birthday party or something. Your ass in your 40s, you old. You getting old. Uh, and it also, it don't really, age is age, but shit, it depends on how physically fit a person is. That's another telltale. So yeah, I love to throw out the word old. Now, how about that? All right. So uh you said what? Laughing your ass off. Yeah, you heard it. You heard it. So, like I said, men like women that have ideas, opinions, and just don't be talking, just talking to talk. Some people just be talking, don't know nothing about anything, but just like to talk, like to talk. What makes me think of that, when you have people that's got expertise in certain areas. I know for me, when somebody has expertise in certain areas, I'm all ears. I'm listening, because I'm gonna say, I don't know shit about that, but they've been doing this for years, so I'm gonna kind of lean on them. Nah, I can tell you that that by shit, even coaching sports, whatever. It's never really the fathers that's sending you emails or whatever. It's women uh, that's maybe you should do this, maybe you should do that. How many years you played this? Do you even watch it? No, but I just think this. Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. You know nothing about this, so there's no need to go back and forth about something. I can't go back and forth with about something that I have limited knowledge of. But some women out there, they just love talk, just to talk, just to be talking, and really don't know anything about that particular area. Here's another point. If a person removes your typical day to day happiness to more of sadness, what choices do you have? Too many times people are involved with uh, people that kind of took their happiness away, and we talked about this the last couple of weeks about self love and stuff like that, and you're miserable now, and you lost value. You lost value when you're sad every day, or your whole body language has changed, and you're not the person that you used to be. But that's a process. It doesn't happen overnight that people all of a sudden jump up and make moves. It's a process. But meanwhile, when you're in relationships, you got to try to be the best person that you could be, no matter what. And I think when you work on that, that's when you can kind of ignore some of their negative or toxic ways, because you're wrapped up in doing what you do. Just dropping a little gem, just a little some jewels for you to think about. Here's another one. I already talked about that. Talked about this one too. So here's one. When a woman breaks up with you and says you can remain friends, that means they have a free agent waiting. And I know some people are like, that does not mean that. That does not mean that. Not all relationships end in a bad thing, that you can't be friends. Yeah, we can be friends from a distance. Other than that, I don't know what we would have to talk about every day. I don't have no desire to, oh, let's hang out. But remember, we're just friends. We're just friends. Remember that. No, I'm not about to do that shit. I'm not about to do that, because again, that's being demoted. That's being placed in a friend zone when you had the ultimate title. So I'm not gonna do that. So if that's what you'll do, and you'll say, because some people will come back with the argument and say, well, sometimes breakups in it was a mutual agreement. Yeah, right down the line, 50-50. They both had this revelation that, you know what, this is not working. Don't you think we should go our separate ways? I was just thinking that, baby. I was just thinking that. No, it don't work like that. Don't work like that. Keep telling y'all, in the counselor's corner, we don't dish out these fairy tale endings. In most cases, it don't end like that. It's gonna be lopsided. It's gonna be one way. Somebody wants to leave, and the other still wants to be there. So in that case, it's hard to still be around that person if you still want to be with them, and you got demoted to be a friend. I don't know about some of y'all fellas, if that's the role y'all want to play. Some people take that role because they'll say, well, I'm still close. I still can monitor her. I'm still on the inside. So I'll take that, and hopefully she'll realize that I'm a good friend and give me another shot. No, I'm not playing that game of Russian roulette either. So just not going to work. All right, here's one. Many guys compensate their lack of masculinity by trying to appear strong on the outside, but are weak as hell on the inside. We see this on the regular on the regular basis. And guys walking around like they hardcore, Maybe they hang around people that's hardcore, but you know what buttons to push on them, and you may have some history on that individual to know that they're not as strong as they say they are. Don't get me wrong. Again, we talk about this before, like guy shed tears or he gets emotional. That doesn't make him weak. He may be in tune with his feelings. We often say it depends on what it is that he's upset about that will lead you to make that type of statement. So, you know, and I think in cases like that, guys that want to walk around and be masculine, poke their chest out, all that the mask comes off after a while. It comes off. It doesn't, that armor that you got around you, it doesn't stay closely fit to you. Sooner or later, it starts chipping away, chipping away, chipping away. And the great saying is, secrets keep you sick. So you're trying to pretend to be this way, but meanwhile, you're a mess inside. It's going to cause complications throughout. So deal with it. I know many of, especially black men, we're not going to, many of you are not going to seek out counseling or go to your job and say, hey, how do I get signed up for the employee assistance program? Again, most of you will say, okay, I'm gonna give church a shot, or maybe you got some family members or close brothers or friends that kind of help you along the way. But it's always good to have good non-judgmental people in your life. I think that's the key. The ones that say, you know what, whatever, man, whatever you feeling, I'm there for you, good, bad, or indifferent. I'm not going to think less of you. I'm not going to kick you when you down, especially knowing that you're serious about this matter. And I think that's the key. A lot of us don't make good friends. We don't make good support systems. And we kind of get a rise out of people being down in the dumps. When how does that help if these are people that you're continuously around all the time? How does that help you, really? It should weigh on you after a while. So be good friends to people. Be and that's something I could say for myself. I probably could work on. I am say I'm no absolute worst, but I'm probably not the type that I'm gonna call people and talk to them 2 3 times a week. But when I do talk to people that's my friends, we talk for a while. We could very well be on the phone or whatever the case is, or if we're face to face, could very well be hanging out for a few hours. It could be a long night, catching up and just reminiscing. So just got to be better people to others based on what they need. But also keep in mind too, you don't want to be that person that's always getting caught up in draining situations, that it becomes an overload for you because you got your own life and you got your job. You might have a relationship, you might have children and all that stuff. So it takes a lot out of you, all those different sectors in life. So those are a couple things I just wanted to put out there. And like I said, it's the summertime. Probably going to be doing more random broadcasts. The big one is Monday nights where I have the panel. We promote it all throughout. Uh, and then we come on and shit, you don't know what's going to be said or who's going who's going to be the target, who's going to be the pettiest one that night. So that's how that is. Um, Vicky said I'm 51. Yeah, yeah, you young girl, you real young, you real young. But I guess it's just a matter of heart, your appearance, your physical things. You're young, but don't tell me I'm old when I'm only 1 year older than you, and could beat your ass in the 50-yard dash, in the 100-yard dash, and swimming laps. And I'll stop. You already know. You know, I'm just messing with you. But that's all I wanted to come on and say. I'm out, popped in, just trying to get us a shot, doing some like random broadcasts. Unless somebody else has anything to say. If not, everybody enjoy the rest of your week. See you Monday night and stay safe and stay alert because the summer, when did it just start? Started yesterday, and we already know how people act. People gonna be acting up. She said, I'll be here. All right, all right. Appreciate you, Vicky. So, all right, I'm out, good people. Everybody enjoy the rest of your night. Peace.